Viola Davis fans are coming to her defense after many mocked her portrayal of Michelle Obama in Showtime's The First Lady. Now, a lot of critics were throwing shade at the Oscar winner, saying they didn't like the way Viola pursed her lips through the series. One user wrote, "The thing Viola is doing with her mouth is totally unnecessary. I don't see Michelle when she does it. I just see teeth." That's a quote, you guys.
I'm sorry.
Y'all not gonna laugh while I'm
just
trying
read
to-
that so
because
I just see teeth.
Listen, because I love Viola Davis, and even reading the quote is making my skin crawl.
Yes.
Right? Guys, this is a role that's just impossible to please everyone. How do you think Viola's handling the criticism about her acting?
I think Viola will be fine.
Yeah.
I think what happens is, as an actor, you make a character choice, right? And I think what's happening is that when you're portraying someone who's living, and then add the Michelle Obama factor of beloved by so many, people are going to criticize. Viola Davis is one of our greatest actresses.
She truly
She really is. So I think she's going to be all right. I think people are just offended because they love Michelle so much.
And I also feel that, you know, it puts people of color in a precarious situation because you don't want to come across as like you're not supporting other people of color, especially women of color who need to be protected and supported. So, you know, that being said, you know, does that mean we can't critique people who don't do a good job in certain roles?
Right.
I haven't seen it, so I can't speak to it. But I hope that her pursing of her lips didn't bother me as much as Lady Gaga's accent and her recent movie.
Damn. Oh, damn.
Because Lady
We're not coming for one, but we'll come for the
Lady
other.
Gaga's accent was wearing me out. I was like, baby,
how's the Gucci?
I was like trying to get into it, but that accent was just wearing me thin.
Oh my God.
So if Michelle Obama was the whole movie going like this or doing something weird in her mouth the whole time, I mean,
Wait, how are you gonna talk about
Viola Davis?
They said, I think they did something with teeth. I have not seen it. I asked a friend.
We can't critique something.
She like this
the whole movie.
They said it's something with teeth. I think they may have given her.
Can I move on?
I cannot.
Please do. Please.
I'm gonna move on.
Yo.
I love you. Listen, I love you, Gaga, but at the end of the day, that accent was just wearing me out.
God.
I was worn out.
Up next, TV personality Jocelyn Hernandez and her fiance have been slapped with a $25 million lawsuit.
Ooh, baby.
During the taping of her show, Jocelyn's cabaret reunion special, a huge fight reportedly broke out on the set. Now, the unlucky couple has been accused of physically fighting four castmates that claim they were severely injured. One castmate says she was kicked in her ribs by Jocelyn, who was wearing combat boots. Now, Jocelyn, nor the show's network has responded to the allegation. So, B, take it away. What are your thoughts?
I mean, once again, I do not condone violence of any sort whatsoever. But I also would say, what did you expect?
Right.
Have you seen this show?
This is the Zeus Network. This is, you know, Joseline Hernandez, who is Joseline Hernandez, who's known for, you know, fighting. The most watched episodes of Love and Hip Hop were the reunions where they literally would get into these big brawls. So I would not sign up for her show and expect nothing less. But I also think that what exacerbated the situation was that Joseline got on social media and bragged about it and said that you can't sue because you signed a waiver, being that you have no rights to sue. So I think that kind of antagonized the people who actually probably did get beat up. I believe every word of it. I believe that she probably did kick one of those girls in the ribs with her boot. Yeah. And the other girls probably came looking all cute and sexy. She probably came for war, for battle, you know. Yeah. But once again, I just think that, you know, you have to, when you sign up for these shows, and you have to ask yourself, how far am I willing to go for attention?
Right.
Because that type of show, it's gonna gear itself for that type of result.
Absolutely.
So you can't have that result and say, oh wait, I didn't know this was a part of what I signed up for. Yeah. You very much so did, because look at the lead talent associated with the show.
Yeah.
There's no way you can look at Joseline and think that this is not something in the realm of possibility.
Having tea.
Oh my goodness.
I have never seen the show, but I've heard that there has been violence in past episodes and past seasons. And my thing is, obviously, someone like Jocelyn Hernandez signs up for a show like this to make money, right? You sign up to make money, but now you're gonna lose money with the amount of lawsuits that are coming, and it just gets super complicated because...
There was a clip of her, you know, going in on a girl for coughing. You coughing at me?
Oh, I remember.
No.
I mean, the girl can't even cough. I mean,
Yeah.
she got a little congestion. You know?
BB watching all the clips, because right now I'm like, I didn't see that.
We're gonna watch all of them.
All the clips, but I
just
have
want us to
heard that it was
elevate.
like, you know, it is a show that there were fights on the show. So if you sign up for a show like that,
That's the
No,
crazy
that's a
thing
really good
too.
point.
The crazy thing is with a lot of these reality shows, the waivers do suggest that you got to be ready for whatever could happen.
That is so
So
scary.
that's where you blur the lines with your human rights, and you're endangering your life because
Yeah.
to what point? To the point of like near death. You know what I mean? That you can subject a beating, and I promise you, the cameras kept rolling. I promise you, there wasn't like anybody that was planning to stop it. It's set for that.
Exactly.
So you got to really, like you said,
And it would be
really,
interesting
really
to
be
see
ready for
too,
that.
like if the security was only holding back the contestants and not
Right.
Joseline.
Exactly.
That would be if there's any type of bias, because you know, at the end of the day, you know, I'm from the South, from country, and so if we are going to fight, it needs to be a fair fight. So I hope that if they did get into some type of alleged physical,
Yeah.
incident, that they had a fair
Yes.
fight, and it was like, let them do what they got to do.
But it's just like you said, if you are willing to participate in shows like this and you do want the exposure, and I do think that a lot of people sign up for these things because they're hopeful of what the show can bring them. Read
Yeah.
the fine print, y'all, because if that is true and they signed something that said they could be physically
Yeah.
harmed, and
Yep.
you gotta read the fine print, and is it worth it?
No.
Right.